Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Let's go to VeeFriends Live. Let's see if we are live on the internets. Oh, perfect. This is great. Fantastic. Good morning, everybody. This is the Making Comics live drawing board. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm live on TikTok, finally, with my OBS working perfectly. I'm live on Instagram. Let's get Instagram live. Perfect. Oh, good. So good to be back. All right. What's VeeFriends? Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be working on some comic strips live. Going to be inking some comics. The stream schedule this week, real quick, just off the top. We did that yesterday on TikTok only. Today, morning stream. Tomorrow, morning stream, 8 a.m. Drawing board on Whatnot, I believe. I believe it's Whatnot, 10 a.m. We'll clarify that this morning. And then probably some extra streams this week. You'll see very soon. But I'm going to be inking up some comics today on today's stream. Hey, Pedro. Good morning. Over on YouTube. And let me turn up my music a little bit. TikTok, I've got my whole setup working here now. So this is me. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you. I've got my coffee. I'm ready to draw some VeeFriends. I hope you are ready to watch me draw VeeFriends. You can go ahead and draw some VeeFriends too if you want. Let me set my timers. And I always like to start out with, of course, pencil topper. If you don't know what VeeFriends is, again, we're over 280 characters on a mission to make positivity louder, make soft skills cool, freaking cool. Gratitude, kindness, patience, created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. He's awesome. Check him out. That's why we're called VeeFriends. We've got cartoons on Saturdays. We've got our awesome trading card game. You'll see a lot of that on our channels. We've got these VeeFriends minis machines, vending machines. They're pencil toppers, so they're perfect for artists like me. They're little rarities. I'm going to open one of those. And we've got comic books coming ever so soon. Ever so soon. It's coming. I promise it's coming. Everyone will be able to read this for free. Only 555 copies exist of issue number 1 for our gift goats to have in hand. But everybody's going to be able to read the stories for free. Please follow us everywhere on VeeFriends Comics. Let's open up this first topper of the day. Eric, how's it going? VeeFriends is lit. Don't fade, friends. I won't. Man, it's a long game. I don't know if you heard, but we're at least, Gary's in it for the long haul. Hey, we got a motivated monster bubblegum for the topper this morning. And yeah, I'm going to sit here. This is what we do. If you're brand new to VeeFriends, I'm going to be inking up something today. We'll go through it. If you're brand new, please email me at VeeFriendsComics@VeeFriends.com. I would love to send you something, but you got to be new. Don't try to trick us. And Wednesday, hopefully this Wednesday, we're going to be putting another big brick in the wall. You'll see. Stay tuned. Big brick coming for comics on Wednesday. It's a long game, Eric, but it's not that long in the grand scheme of things. We got a lot of things moving along. So, I usually do a warm-up sketch. Does anyone want to call out a VeeFriend in this chat? This is my setup this morning. I'm going to zoom around here and show you. I've got you guys over there on Instagram. Good morning, Angela? Is that Angela? I don't know. Space Monkey, or no, Spaceman Collects. What's up? I've got my OBS there, and over here I've got the other chat happening on YouTube, X, TikTok, also live on TikTok. Good morning to you. Good morning, D. Coleman. He's always over in the TikTok chat. That's how I'm looking at things up above me as I'm drawing the comics down below. We're ready to go. This is the setup. And of course, I've got my VeeFriends hanging out today. Patient Panda, Gratitude Gorilla, Practical Peacock. Just pick them randomly. Usually Patient Panda is always up there. Dowd Dog, someone said. Dowd Dog, dedicated Dragonfly. Okay. I've drawn Dowd Dog a lot. So let's just go Pea Salad. I like Pea Salad. May would like Pea Salad. That's her favorite. Not the actual piece. I don't know if Pea Salad is her favorite, but okay, let's do a warm-up. I'm just going to open up a 4,000 by 4,000 drawing block. I like dedicated Dragonfly. I haven't drawn that character, I don't think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up. We're in the warm-up process here. I'm going to go to VeeFriends.com. Like I said, there's over 280 characters. Well, you know, we're supposed to say 251, over 251, but there's actually over 280. You can go alphabetical order, so I'm going to go to D for dedicated Dragonfly. Isn't it Daring Dragonfly? No, there's a dedicated. That's right. Oh man, there's 2 Dragonflies. I forgot. I totally forgot. I'm used to seeing Daring. I've drawn the Daring Dragonfly before. Alright, dedicated Dragonfly it is. And while I'm sketching, I'm just going to go through my entire process here for the next 10 minutes or so. We're going to draw up a little sketch for... I also like to look and see how Gary drew his. Whoa, that's freaking way cooler than yeah. How did they go from that to that? Curious. Anyways, so the apparel, I usually look at this drawing too. I like to look at everything that's been done, and I go off the version 2s, we call them, which are on the NFTs and the shirts and the trading cards mostly. Let's bust that up. My music's not loud enough for me. There we go. About 21 decibels. Negative 21 decibels is pretty good. A little chill. Has the banners on her wings. Okay. So then I'll pull in this drawing real quick. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to be back on the regular old stream. I'm going to be traveling a lot next week, so it's going to be really hard for me to be live next week. Unfortunately. Or fortunately, whatever. So I'm going to be live almost every day this week. Every day this week. I will be live every day this week. No doubt about it. We'll go over that in a little bit. This is the warm-up. I'm drawing dedicated Dragonfly. If you're new to VeeFriends, say hello in the chat. And again, I have a post-it note here that I can hold up. If you're brand new, I'm just going to keep saying this. If you're brand new, there's a little bit of fuzz on this. Comics at VeeFriends.com. If you're brand new and you're chilling out this morning. DJ Weird, you DJ or are you DJ? DJ Weird. Oh, I see. There's another guy. DJ Weird Lifetime. Dude, that's so cool. Thanks, man. No, I didn't create these characters. These characters are created by Gary Vaynerchuk. I was hired to come aboard and start doing the comics and telling some stories and getting the stories out of Gary's head. You know, Gary's a very busy dude. He's running a lot of things. So, you know, we wrangle him, get some stories out of his head, make some comics. There you go. So I'm going to start small like I normally do. I'm going to do a little, what I call an undersketch, or sometimes artists call it thumbnails. You know. Dedicated Dragonfly. So Daring Dragonfly might be more like a pose where he's like, you know, coming down in like that or something. But Dedicated's more like, I'm here for you. Like he shows up no matter what. So I like to talk through some of the thoughts on being a dragonfly. I know a little bit about dragonflies in general. We have them around here in these parts, all over the place. And my good friend in Denver, Brer Rabbit, his name is, told me that dragonflies in Native American lore are they're like medicine men, like shamans. They carry the little pouch, that looks like they're carrying a little medicine bag. That's what they, the lore around dragonflies. So when they show up for you in real life, I was told that it symbolizes healing and, even if you don't know that you're hurting or whatever, it kind of heals you or your friends. So it's interesting. I don't know if anybody else knew that. I was told that. Thought that was pretty cool. Alex just started over there on the West Coast. Boy, it's 5:10 in the morning over there. I wake up at 5 every day as well. Yeah, this is the warm-up sketch, guys. I'm drawing a character I've never drawn before here. This is dedicated dragonfly, so I'm just kind of look and observe, like his mouth. He's got some cool bands of colors. Well, I don't know if I'll get into the colors. He's got 2 toes, 2 fingers, like we'll call them nubbin fingers, whatever. That's cool. I really like when there's a different VeeFriend that has a different kind of anatomy. And again, if you don't know what VeeFriends is, well, welcome. There's over 280 characters, different traits that mean different things to you or whomever. But this is dedicated dragonfly. We've got Gratitude Gorilla. They're just kind of made to, they got their own stories too, but just made to kind of remind you, almost ping you and say, like, what are you dedicated to today? Or what do you, Gratitude Gorilla sits around as a reminder of, like, man, this is feeling really good to just be here live with you. Like, holy crap, guys, we're alive. I don't know. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to be alive. I don't know what it's like to be dead, but I wouldn't like it. I don't think. But number one, you're breathing today. So everything else might be going kind of haywire. But you're still here. Okay, so I'm gonna bust this tail off the side here like this. Sometimes I'll see how the other artist drew it and I'll like, can this translate well into an animation or a comic? How might it bend in the future? Like if it was even a live action thing. I don't know if anybody saw the Stitch, Lilo and Stitch coming, like real life Lilo and Stitch. But, that's probably where we're headed by the time we are going to get around to some kind of live action VeeFriends, I'm sure. I'm just kind of willing that to happen. That's not alpha. I'm just saying, makes sense that would happen. You know what? I like this one. I forgot to blow him up. Usually I'll blow the undersketch up. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to freehand this. Cut and paste, and then we'll blow this up a little bit. Move him down here. I'm just going to throw a little bit of color on him. Kind of like a little cute little mouth. But yeah, I oftentimes will, like, if I'm sitting here by myself, Cuddy? if I'm sitting here by myself thinking about the characters, I'm just talking out loud in my brain like this, thinking about dedicated. What does it mean to be dedicated to somebody or to a job, or, dedication and loyalty to service, a friend that you can count on no matter what. Those are rare to come by. I don't know. You might have a lot of them in your life. You're lucky, because there's a lot of... It is very hard to come by dedicated friends. I mean, really, really, truly dedicated. A lot of people are just out there, and they don't mean to do it, but they're just kind of out for themselves a little bit. They're just surviving and not really thinking of others as much as they should or could. Not should. But if you're lucky enough to have a dedicated dragonfly in your life, maybe it's a spouse or a friend or a family member or co-worker, you can count your lucky stars. And then you might want to say, okay, cool, who's dedicated to me? How can I better put forth a little bit more action to be dedicated to some sort of service? And I'd also imagine the dedicated dragonfly probably, if he took on a task, he wouldn't phone it in. Right? What's going on over on TikTok? What's up? We good? How are you, TikTok? I'm glad you're still here, TikTok. That's the warm-up timer, but I'm having fun inking this, so I'm going to ink this up. I got some other real work. This isn't real. This isn't like something for something. This is just a warm-up sketch here, but I'm having fun. I'm going to do some inking today, so I'm going to go ahead and practice my ink lines real quick. Some people will ask me, like, I just had this conversation where, like, you draw so many little things on the streams, but you don't do anything with them. They're just sketches, or they're... And I say, well, that's just like saying that every workout that you do has to mean something. And it's not. It's just an accumulation of... It's a workout. It's a practice. Not every line that I draw has to be a product or a story, or... I'm just honing my skills. So writers have to do this, artists have to do this, athletes have to do this. Although I think there was a time in my life where I was drawing so much. I was doing 13 years full-time drawing comics, and I felt like I couldn't waste a line. So I didn't do a lot of sketching for myself, or messing around, challenging myself. And I learned that was not the way. That you got to take 10, 15 minutes before we bust in here into the regular comic and draw something that you wouldn't have normally drawn before. So I've never drawn the dedicated dragonfly. I don't know, if it's coming out pretty decent. You can let me know. Let me know over in the chat. Where am I? You're on planet Earth, Ib. Where am I? I'll reset this stream here in a second. But you're on the VeeFriends Making Comics Live stream. I'm going to be working on a bunch of new comic strips today. And if you're new, email comics@veefriends.com. This was the warm-up sketch that I'm doing right now. And I'm just talking about the character as I'm sketching him out. This is dedicated Dragonfly from the VeeFriends. So we're talking about dedication, all that stuff. But first and foremost, you're on planet Earth, and you're on YouTube, just so you know. My guy. Good morning, everybody. Gretchen, good morning. She said she's having a great morning, amazing morning. Everybody's having a good morning. Anyone having terrible morning? Are you having a terrible morning? Anybody out there? Like you're just having a terrible morning. You gotta dial it in, man. Get it, catch it early if you're feeling that way. You know. All right, I'm not gonna, let's just do it. Let's just color this guy up. I can't resist it right now. Reference. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab. He's just fun because he's got a bunch of different purples on him. So I'm gonna lay this in here real quick. Just show you purple, purple, purple. We'll do a base yellow for his. I'll just grab this yellow here. We'll do the base yellow wings. He does have a lot of colors going on, but that's cool. He's very dedicated, colorful dragonfly. So I lay down what we call flats. And then, I'll just go ahead and pick. It looks like a pretty easy checkerboard pattern here, but I'm going to just throw this in here real quick. So what I was saying earlier about a character being, like redrawing this character over and over again would be kind of challenging, but see those lines that are tic-tac-toe boards? We'll see what I'm going to do here in a second with those. But it always looks like on the tip of those two top wings is a pink rectangle. So I'm just going to zap that in there. And then there's probably no rhyme or reason to it, but if I was going to draw this character over and over again in a comic strip, I would always look like the bottom wings, the pink rectangle is on the lower left starter, and probably the middle, boom, boom, boom. So like this. Yep. Just want to get it looking right. I don't want to spend too much time. I'm already a little over my warm up. But this was a fun one to do, so. But maybe you can become a sticker. I don't know. Like, that's what I mean. Like, not everything has to become something. Sometimes it's just for funsies. Nope. People will, everybody watching, if you're brand new to VeeFriends and hanging out, email us at comics@VeeFriends.com and we'll send you something. We've got daily comic strips, mostly Monday, Wednesday, Friday, really, right now. Some other news coming this week, and we've got comic books coming out soon. Everybody will be able to read those comics for free. And there's a VeeFriend for everybody, or there's quite a few VeeFriends for people. Think of it like a Pokemon kind of setup story. You're not really trying to catch the VeeFriends. I think in our world, the VeeFriends kind of just show up to you when you need them the most, like a good friend. Like a good friend would. Get some brown on the edges, or like a purplish brown. And then if I wanted to isolate those lines, and then I can just go in and make this white. Just like that. I'm going to be doing some inking on an actual bigger comic strip here in a minute. But But as soon as I get these wings done, maybe put a little more purple on Dragonfly here, and realize how much color was on him, or I would have skipped the coloring part and just done the sketch. But it's kind of, hopefully this is interesting to watch. Just here hanging out. It's the start of my work day. I'm gonna be drawing a lot today, and I share a little bit of time live in the mornings with you guys and gals. Got some community chat going on over on the YouTube channel. Shane and Eric. I think Shane's up north, right? Shane, are you up up north? Saw your tweet. We saw your tweet today too, by the way. It went around about, you know, potentially doing a Canada Friends only, or north of the border situation for sale or something. I don't know. I'm sure that it's definitely in mind. I'm sure they'll hook you. I'm sure they'll do something special. The team is aware of all the, it's really hard to be a global brand. I know this from working for a global company for 11 years. Fulfillment, shipping, country laws and rules and regulations. It's quite a dance to do. No excuses there. It's just, wow, it's not super easy. Like, even when I was doing my own comics and putting out some merch for myself, it was really hard to, I had a lot of fans in the UK, and the shipping was so expensive to ship what I was shipping, shirts and things, to the UK. I had to finally found a provider that had a plant, like a printing plant in the UK and fulfillment center, but like, you know, it's such a pain in the butt. I was talking to Corso about this yesterday, I think you know, we were talking about this on the stream with Ali yesterday. You know, running your own merch is kind of tough, but VeeFriends is getting it down. We're a lot bigger than an independent person doing it out of home, so you know, it's nice to have someone else handling that stuff internally. Corso made the point, it does feel good to ship something from your house, though. This is totally unrelated to VeeFriends. If you're, you know, shipping something that you've made or sold on eBay, or maybe you put out some stickers or something, it feels good to Okay, anyways, warm-up's over. There's your daring dragonfly. I kind of spent too much time on that, I think. I don't know. Anyways, this is the Making Comics drawing board live stream. I'll be back tomorrow as well. I'm still here. I'm just resetting the stream a little bit for new people. If you're new, email me at comics@veefriends.com. VeeFriends is over 280 characters on a mission to make soft skills cool, gratitude, kindness, and patience. A whole bunch more, created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. I'll tell Goblin GF. Hold on one sec. I'll tell you about my merch company that I was using. VeeFriends Cartoons is out on Saturday mornings. VeeFriends trading card game we have, and we've got these minis, which is my cue too. I'm gonna go ahead and spin around. I could show TikTok what I've been doing this whole time. This is what I look like, and I've got this vending machine behind me. So just grab one of these. Grab one of these. Let's just grab them all. Okay. Nope. Nope. Need a lot of cool. Pink. Alright, one more. Come on now. Alright. See, I've pulled those from the machine, each one from every season. Let's turn the camera back. Tell me which one you want me to open in the chat. And I'm going to count them up. Thanks, Juliana. Just a great warm-up. I did a warm-up with the dedicated dragonfly. I'm used to saying I'm used to saying daring dragonfly. Yeah, we did the warm-up today. Dedicated dragonfly. So any of you dedicated dragonfly collectors out there, let me know if I messed them up. Which color do you want me to open? We got green. We got green. Pink. Green. Green. Okay, cool. I think it's going to be green. Let's open this one up. These are the VeeFriends toppers. Minis, they're called. VeeFriends Minis. I'm always looking for the rare, the detailed ones. And I play a little game here in between when I'm working. Let's see what's in this one. Come on now. We've got a Emerald Gratitude Gorilla. I'm gonna knock off the Motivated Monster though, because I just like the Gratitude Gorilla. Talking about gratitude this morning a little bit. I don't know if I have a detailed Gratitude Gorilla over here. Yeah, the details kind of look like that. Fearless Fairy there. My husband's grandpa for Chicago Bears, Bernie Masterson. That's your grandpa? Was on the Chicago Bears? The Bears? Purple. Oh, purple came in late. I must have been a little bit late. We'll get it though. All right, so what am I working on today? I'm inking something. I'm inking a big strip. I can't show you the bottom part, but we're going to be inking up some of this. We got Happy Hermit Crab, Curious Crane. We got this little girl writing, and then we got Optimistic Otter, Creative Crab. I just got to ink this up today, so let's get to work. And then talk to me in the chat. But again, if you're new to VeeFriends, email comics@VeeFriends.com. Craig, doing fine. Wednesday, we hope to put another big brick in the wall. Stay tuned for that. It was supposed to happen last week, but things are out of our control sometimes. But I'm excited. I've been biting my tongue for a while. Exciting things happening for comics. I hope everybody pays attention this week. What's about my first ever sealed box wrap? Coffee's great. I'm feeling good because I got the live stream to work inside of TikTok too. So now people can see me, or I can switch my scenes inside of TikTok. So this is me. I'm DJ, the cartoonist, director of comics and character development at VeeFriends here. So, okay, let's just get into this. I'll look up occasionally. I'll talk, of course, while I'm drawing and thinking. I can see your comments up there. Goblin GF, you asked on TikTok, what service do you use? Well, for VeeFriends, we do a lot of self-fulfillment. I can't really talk about what VeeFriends uses just because I don't think I'm allowed to say. I don't know if anyone told me I'm not supposed to, but I guess I'm not supposed to talk about like services we use personally or professionally. But from a cartoonist perspective, for putting out my own artwork and my own stuff, I would use Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall. It's free. There's no fees. This is not an ad for Fourth Wall. I'm just telling you what I use. Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall. You can do print on demand there. Fourthwall.com, I think. Okay. I'd show you, but I'm logged in and I don't want to do that. But you can do print on demand. You can do your own self-fulfillment. You do have to handle your own shipping labels and stuff like that. If you want something fancier, you're going to have to pay for a service like Shopify or some different things like that. But I've really enjoyed Fourth Wall, and I think they do ship all over. We were bringing up that topic because it's been challenging to ship things to Canada and overseas sometimes. issues. I remember when shipping used to be very like cheap compared to what it is now, but I guess everyone always complained about how much shipping was, no matter if it was $1. Back in the day, there were people being upset that it cost 99 cents to ship a comic book. Can't even imagine now what it must cost. $7, something like that. Can do media mail. I don't want to talk. This is a boring topic. I'm just putting my frames in here, my panel lines. There's only a few, and then we'll get in here and start going. Yeah, to anybody out there that's tagging VeeFriends in posts, we definitely, someone will see it. They might not respond for various reasons, but it usually gets flagged so into a special chats that we have, and I would reckon that Gary sees everything at some point. At some point in his busy day, he checks in. He's very much aware of everything that's going on. So, if you want to say hello, tag us up. Thanks for watching live today. Try not to go too fast on this because I'd like this to be nice. This is just a young lady, kind of maybe depressed a little bit. She's kind of in bed, propping up, writing an email to Optimistic Otter. That's kind of what's going on over here. And then I have the letter, kind of like the email. It's hard to show, but my idea is that the email goes like, it's flying like a letter. And I'll make that a white line. But this is how I visualize email flying through the sky, super fast with little wings. Like that. I think I've always done that. Even when there was no internet, I would still draw like letters flying through the air, like fan mail. Speaking of fan mail, if you're enjoying the stream and you're new, or if you're not new and you just want to drop a line and say, what's up? Email us at comics@VeeFriends.com. Comics@VeeFriends.com. And look at this. I also have my follow buttons now, so you can follow us on VeeFriends at VeeFriends Comics on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. You Insta-talk. I never need to use this, but I also have a be right back button, just in case I need coffee or something, but it's not a long stream. Yeah, you would be. I mean, I don't know. A lot of you won't be surprised, but some of you are surprised that Gary does see everything, so. Don't know how he has time to do all that stuff because he's running a lot of things, but yeah, so what I'm working on now is a giant, kind of a bigger, let's say Sunday style comic strip. I've got to get the inks done today. Maybe some coloring done. Not on this stream, but on this stream I hope to get a lot of the inking done, at least. So we got her typing over here. And then I'll zip around and just, what I do on these streams, I have a little timers over here, and we'll stop and open up some more of these cool pencil toppers and talk about the VeeFriends. I can see your comments too if I look up. Thanks for watching there over on TikTok and over on Instagram, people pop in and out. I see Sean Atkins joined a little bit ago. Old friend from Pittsburgh comic scene. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited for this week. I'm really excited. And that's all I'll say, because I don't want it to be like last week where I was very excited and then we got some news of a delay and I was like, oh man. You know, that's part of being patient though, you know. Sometimes there's things just out of your control that you can't fight against. It's like swimming against the current almost. You just got to be like, I guess that's how it is. So it's got to, you know, before we know it, comics are going to be like all up in your face. There's going to be comic books and a lot of other stuff. So comics team is awesome. So good. So many good ideas behind the scenes that I can't talk about. But ideas are just ideas, you know. I was thinking about that this morning. Ideas are kind of a dime a dozen. Anyone can have ideas. It's, can you take your idea and actually execute and do it? Take the action to do it. Because that thing that you're thinking about doing and you're like putting it off, let's say, how long are you going to put it off for before you just say, screw it, I'm going to do it? Whatever it is. Maybe it's working out, or maybe it's like joining a local baseball team. I don't know. Going to trivia nights. Whatever you're thinking about doing and then you don't do it for some excuse reason, you should probably just do it. I'm telling you right now. Just do it. Alright, I'm going to merge that. Let's go back up. I need to work on balloons too. So I'll just get these drawn in. I like to hand draw my balloons. There's something more organic about that. This girl looks sad, kind of unsure what I was kind of going for with her expression. And since like this is like she's kind of saying it, but it's also coming from her keyboard, I made the arrow point to her hands, kind of on purpose. I don't like this tangent here. I'll fix that in a minute. Minutes left, and then we'll take a break, open up one of those mini. The test is to fill it in with white. There we go. Switch my layer back. Do this mail. Hey, Sean, what's up? Got a chance to read the comics I picked up. I got them right here. Sean's books. This one specifically. Oh, gee. Dope. I got the Explorers of the Unknown from Sean Atkins. Really great art. This is like a thick collection of all of his Explorers of the Unknown. Really good stuff, man. So much stuff. I love the manga size book. He's SATKINS 1202 on social media. I don't know if there's well, I'd plug you, Sean. It's over on Instagram. He's Sean Atkins. Atkins 1202. Satkins. Check out his art. Really exciting times for comics. I mean, most people on this stream wouldn't know, but there's a really scary moment in the comic book industry because this big distributor in Diamond is going bankrupt. So there's some uncertainty for a lot of independent comic artists, but I always just tell my art friends, just do your own thing. Don't worry about the mass distribution, sort of thing. Just build your true fans. Build them up one at a time, and it's better. It's better for my art friends if your main fan base are not other artists. I see that really all the time in comics. Is that independent comics? Most of your fans are other comic artists, and that's okay, but it's not good. It's not great because they're trying to do something and you're trying to do something. And they probably have a limited budget to support a lot of things, and you want to go find your people and make sure you're not tagging things like a certain way, or captioning or titling things that attract artists, because, well, then you're only gonna, I don't like this hand. Let me get rid of this. Start this again. Am I on the right brush? Okay. There we go. Ladybug, thanks for following over there on TikTok. Appreciate you. Big Balls over on X says, let's freaking go. I'm like, yep. Don't even get me started with high school and school. High school was funny. That's all I really did was draw. That's all I really did. I had a art teacher that kind of like, it just like, anytime people would like pick on it, I would do it more. It just fueled me more. So I had an art teacher that told me I had cartoon tunnel vision, and basically that it would never work out. Shout out Miss Wolf. She told my parents I had cartoon tunnel vision, and it made me mad. It made me like, all right, that's what I want to do, that lady. So I don't know who you think you are in my life, but I'm going to do what I want to do. So thanks for your critique, but here I go. So I just dove in even deeper into cartoon tunnel vision. I used to carry like a stack of 11 by 17 Bristol board around with me in the 90s and be penciling and inking in math class. My math teacher was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm drawing. I got the test done. I'm drawing. No. What else you gotta do? Sit there and stare at numbers? And he laughed. said that. I was like, what am I going to do? Just sit here and stare at these numbers? I was like, no, I got some time. Matter of fact, what I was just doing there digitally, making these panels, I was sitting in the back of the classroom. I finished my math test, and I had a ruler and an ink pen, and I was ruling out my panel borders, inking out my panel borders in math class. And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm working on comic. And he's in math class? And I was like, well, yeah, but we're done. What am I going to do? Just sit here and stare at numbers? And he just laughed. Mr. Nagy. Mr. Nagy. People would call him Mr. Nagy, and people didn't like him, but I liked him because he let me do that. He was like, all right, I guess you made a good point. You could be reading a book, or, we didn't have cell phones to watch YouTube, but I imagine that's what kids are doing these days. I know that that's what kids are doing these days in school. Yeah, Gretchen, look at me now, right? I never let anybody's negativity or cynicism really get to me. It would just kind of fuel me in a weird way. But come to find out, that's not healthy either. That's not really that healthy. That wasn't my main motivation and drive. They weren't really, but it was helping. It helped a little bit, I gotta say, to know, like, I'll show you, because I knew it. I just knew it. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. So, hello. We're on planet Earth. Everybody's got a purpose, I think. I just happened to find mine pretty early, much to the dismay of certain people in my life at the time or over time, but you got to find the people that support what you do. This is optimistic otter. You got to be like, screw you. No. I'm doing it anyways. Okay, let's just see. I'm just curious. What color should I open now? I'm going to give it a second. We got yellow, purple, pink. Yellow, purple, pink. Yellow, purple, pink. Put it in the chat. Yellow, purple, pink. We got purple last time. Was like coming in the second. Pink. D. Coleman says pink. I'm going to give it a couple seconds for YouTube to catch up. Boy, I'm really excited that I have this TikTok thing that I can switch now and say hello and have a sip of coffee while I'm looking for your pink. Okay, good. Pink. Pink it is this time. Let's do it. One yellow. Sorry, Steve. You got in there. Pink. That's purple, DJ. Don't do that. These are the VeeFriends minis, toppers. This is a moment for me to reset this stream. If you're new to VeeFriends, please email me at comics@VeeFriends.com. Maybe we'll send you something. I like that if this is the first time you've discovered this brand and just chilling out, I'm just opening this pencil topper. I kind of compete, make a little game for myself. We got a bubblegum accountable ant. I'm gonna say yeah. I like it. I like the variety this morning. Accountability now. On the tip of the pencil. It smells like bubblegum. Smell it. Oh wow. The camera now is way more high definition than the TikTok camera that I was using. We can go like, whoa. You can see every freckle on accountable ants. Wow. Gear. This is a detailed accountable ant. That's what I'm looking for. I like these detailed ones. But, wow. Alana says she's late. Just late to the stream though, right? You're not, you're just late to the stream a little bit. It's fine. Anyways, this is VeeFriends. I'm making some comics live. We're building this brand in your face, as Gary would say. Gary created all these characters. Gary V, hence the name V and VeeFriends. You just saw me open the toppers. We've got the trading card game. We've got more streams coming this week. Hopefully, I think, well, I'll be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. as well. I'm still here for another half an hour. I'm drawing until 9:30. And then drawing board, I think it's on Whatnot on Thursday. I'm going to get some clarity on that. I think so. Not sure. But make sure you go ahead and follow us on all these channels for the VeeFriends comics. We got comic strips coming out. We got comic books coming up. Lots of different fun. And we archive all these streams. Most of the streams, the majority, 90%, are archived over on the YouTube channel. So go subscribe there as well if you want to chill and hang out. Back to inking now. Nick says on Whatnot. Okay, great. That's what I was told. It's getting a little confusing for people. So Corso and I will be on Whatnot right after tea with Gary V. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just feel the need to pull it up. So Whatnot app is an app for buying things, and you know, we're making shows on it too though. So Tea with Gary V is at 9 a.m. tomorrow. You can ask Gary questions about your life, about whatever, business. He's like very smart. And then at 10 a.m. it will be us, but that's the wrong thumbnail. Don't worry about that. It'll look like Corso and I probably. 10 a.m. tomorrow, or Thursday. And it's fun when I think about this idea of him like reading an email. Like she wrote the email. She wrote the email, and then it kind of flies through the air. And then technically he's reading an email, but it's also a piece of paper. You know, just like bending did he print it out? I don't know. It's just more of like a metaphor of, you know, it's more interesting to have him holding a letter that's unfolded and everything like that. I just like that better. So I'm doing that. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Melanie Cook. Mrs. Melanie Cook. Rotate back. Hello. Shout out to you. What else? The background music is so nostalgic already. I know, it just repeats. Not for any reason except for it's you know, royalty free, and I put a little mix together of 20 minutes or so, and it just repeats. I want to make a longer list. A longer music, but I just don't have the time right now to make a longer MP3. I like it to be chill though. I like it to be like nobody wants a harsh, you know, harsh vibe. It's kind of like the soundtrack of these streams, though. It's funny. And then we got that one track that comes in. If you listen a lot or you watch a lot, it's like an acoustic guitar that sounds kind of like bluesy. I don't know why I threw that in there, but sometimes it'll come on just as I'm talking about some deeper topic. And it looks like it's timed. But maybe it's just that when the music comes on, I'm like, all right, everybody, let's talk about something really deep right now. So, I don't want to get too deep. It's just fun hanging out in the morning with you guys. Appreciate you. Someone asked for evening streams. Really, I don't know, you know. It's one of those things. I wake up really early. I'm more of a morning person now than a night owl. And I feel like I have more energy in the mornings. My creative brain is firing a lot better in the mornings. And I don't feel like I would be the same at night. I almost have to force it at night, you know? So, if you are, I guess, lucky enough to be here, I'm very glad that you're watching me. You know, you could be watching a million other things. You know, there's a lot of things to watch and consume, and if you're chilling out with us at VeeFriends, we really appreciate it. Really appreciate your attention. Occasionally I'll drop some news. I can't today, but we'll have some news dropping on Wednesday, which I'd consider pretty big news for the comic, actually. Comics, VeeFriends Comics. Very cool stuff. Tune in for that sometime Wednesday, probably around noonish ish. You know, that's my little alpha tease for you today. It was supposed to happen last week, but like I said earlier, sometimes, you know, things are beyond our control sometimes at VeeFriends. We have to kind of also play by other people's rules sometimes, partners and whatnot, but do it right. This is Creative Crab. I have a lot more to say about him very soon, but here he is. Creative Crab and Curious Crane will be a big. We're excited about Curious Crane, for sure. I kind of see Curious Crane as like the VeeFriend that goes out there and finds out. Fools around and finds out. Kind of like an investigative reporter, or something to that extent. Thanks, Royal. Royal said, like the layout of the stream with you drawing and the close-up of your iPad and the little me. Yeah, I had to build it over time. If you go look at my first streams, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I would have people say, I wish we could see your face. And then I was like, well, I can't because TikTok was only allowing me to do the TikTok app camera. And yeah, just build it over time. Some people would be like, I wish I could watch your hands drawing, because sometimes artists want to see, like, or sometimes people just like watching, but also my art friends like to see, like, my gestures, how I'm doing things like that, filling, you know, little moves. I know what's up. Because I watch a lot of art videos too, and I want to see, like, how they're operating, you know? If that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out. Shane, see you tomorrow. Always appreciate your post, my friend. Nice chill post over on X. Usually something pretty mellow. I don't know, his head's a little too square. I'm gonna fix this real quick. I did a thing, speaking of curiosity. I spent a few days, doing a transcendental meditation course. I was inspired by David Lynch, great director, passing away. And he was a big proponent of transcendental meditation. And I've done some meditation work in the past, to like calm my, you know, inner fire, I guess you could say, and I never really had a lot of success with it, but I heard a lot about transcendental meditation, or TM, and you have to go learn how to do it. You can't really learn it online, guys. That's for sure. You gotta learn. You gotta go to the tm.org and apply and go train for a couple days. You're not there full days. You go there for about 90 minutes with a one-on-one. Such a simple technique to use, and it really changed I wish I would have had it so much sooner. I've heard other people say that, and now I know it is freaking true. I feel so much more restful, and I feel like I'm not as anxious, or I wouldn't say worried. I'm never really worried about things, but I'm just more chill, and even more chill than I was before, I guess you could say. It's kind of wild. So, transcendental meditation, you do it twice a day. You do it in the morning after you wake up, and you do it in the afternoon sometime, or early evening before dinner. And it kind of, the way, if you're an artist listening, the way I describe it is, and I'd always say, like, I used to joke that I couldn't get peace of mind when someone was like, hey, do you want something from the store? And I'd be like, they don't sell what I'm looking for there. I'm looking for peace of mind, you know? And people didn't understand what I meant. Maybe I didn't even understand what I was saying, because everything's fine. You know, life can be fine, but you still just don't feel satisfied. Like you feel like you're missing something, or you have some deep something going on. And so the feeling you get when you're playing music or drawing, and you're kind of in that zone, like I'm in it right now as I'm talking, which is cool because I've been doing it for about 20 minutes or more. That flow state that you have where it feels really good and you don't want to break out of it, and then you get interrupted or the phone rings or something like that, and you're like, now it's going to take me forever to get back into that state of mind. After you do the transcendental meditation, it's pretty wild, because that's the biggest takeaway for me, is that state of mind, that feeling of steadiness, stays with you through the day. And it's pretty freaking awesome. I can't explain it to you. This is not a sales pitch for this. I'm just saying that transcendental meditation is way different than anything else I've tried. And also, you know, I was curious because I heard a lot of creatives say that their ideas get even better, and I'm like, I want this secret unlocked, whatever this is. And now I got it. Pretty awesome. There's our Curious Crane flying in. What's going on, guys? I like to have them breaking the panels. I know there were editors and things at comic book companies that would always say, like, don't break the panels. And again, if someone told me not to do something back then, I would do it even more. So now, as an adult, I can do what I want. I think it looks cool when they're kind of flying into a panel. So I just do it occasionally, just because it looks neat. Bye, Eric. We'll see you soon. Or are you leaving, or who's leaving? Eric's staying. Gretchen's going. Gretchen, have a good day. Hope you all have a good day. Thanks for popping in this stream. Appreciate you, everybody out there. There's some more stuff that I can. I'm a little bit delayed on the other channels, but that's okay. I used to be more live on TikTok, but I can still see your comments. It just takes a couple seconds. A little bit different setup today. If you're new to VeeFriends and you're watching, I invite you to email us at comics@veefriends.com. Corso and I will get that. And we like to send stuff to new people. So, you know, we like to hook people up. Bricks on Wednesday. We're not sending you bricks. Just, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm getting some lines down for this comic today. Sometimes on the other streams, we might be doing just some talking and drawing it up with the other creators. We did, me and Allie were on live on TikTok yesterday afternoon for a little bit, just drawing random VeeFriends. Yesterday we were drawing Generous Gerbil. Let's take a look at that. I don't have the one that she drew, but I drew Gerbil with like leaking money bags, because he's got the original Generous Gerbil has the little money bags. But we do the drawing board where we're drawing live together, like a split screen. She's drawing on one side and I'm drawing on the other. We're gonna get Chris Faison on here too, so the whole comics team will be out here drawing. And then I drew like this hot air balloon idea, a money bag hot air balloon, and then Generous Gerbil's like throwing money out of it. And then I was like, wait, but what if it hurts people? So then you got Creative Crab down there like catching it all. So yeah, just kind of stream of consciousness as we draw sort of thing. It's kind of fun. This thing will be for something else that I'm making now. So this is an actual project that I'm working on. And just want it to be tight. And you'll find out more about this later this week. That's Optimistic Otter. If you haven't hung out and said it before, let me know what your favorite VeeFriend is in the chat and why you vibing with that character. His claw is really too. This is not the right claw. That's more of a passionate paraclaw. I'd say Crane's claws are more kind of like that. Just a little bit. Not as bubbly, a little bit more angular. Okay, what else? I was so busy behind the scenes, but all good. Everything's so good. Got a lot of stuff to move on to today. This is one of my primary objectives, is to get this one wrapped up. Okay, next panel for a few minutes. We got a little, looks like a beach cleanup sort of scene. We got Happy Hermit Crab here. And he is obviously kind of cleaning up a beach of some kind. As Curious Crane is flying down in. We talked a little bit about Happy Hermit Crab on one of the other streams. About happiness and coming out of your shell and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure Gary and I are going to develop it a lot more. Gary's got a lot of ideas for Happy Hermit Crab. So we'll be talking about that, but inspired me to want to draw Happy Hermit Crab. See, he's got more of the way I'm distinguishing, like his hooks, or his claws, his hooks are more this shape, and then his claws I'm making more of like Pac-Man shape. So this is Creative Crab. Whoops. So for Creative Crab, he's got this going on. Mostope asked, what brush am I using? I'm using a brush for inking called Smooth Train. Smooth Train. If you look that up, probably. Let's see here. If you go to gumroad.com/comics, it's free. Totally free smooth train brush. I made this brush for my inking because I was on a train, and I just named it Smooth Train because I was like, all right, if I'm on the train, I want something a little smoother. And then I loved it after I wasn't on the train anymore. It was like a really good brush for inking. It's not good for lettering. So if I try to like write like what's up like real fast, like see if I'm trying to write like that, like what's up, it's too autocorrecting. You have to go very slow. Makes you slow down a little bit. But for inking lines, it's great. Thin to thick. I don't even need to do like the auto line generation thing in Procreate. I don't even do that. It's pretty cool. It takes like maybe a couple minutes of getting used to, but then after that, it's been my favorite inker. My other ink brushes, I would move too fast, and like I like the look of it. It's pretty rough. But for VeeFriends, I want it to be like, kind of animated, smooth looking cartoons. Kind of still organic, but its own look. Sort of thing. And if you're new to VeeFriends, email us here at comics@VeeFriends.com. We'll probably get back to you with something. A little surprise for hanging out if you're digging this. If you're digging VeeFriends. Or just the vibe of the stream. If you dig the vibe of the stream, the community of VeeFriends is pretty awesome. A lot of collectors collecting the stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there that we have. Trading cards and collectibles, which are really cool, but you don't have to buy anything to be a member of the community and hang out. As a matter of fact, just being live on these streams that we have, we do a lot of giveaways. We do a lot of giveaways and stuff like that. So I know a couple people that have made nice little collections of really cool things that we give away. So thanks for hanging out with us. Saying hello, thanks for the follow as well. Do you write freehand in the bubble or use a text font? I actually do use a font. So I use Blambot fonts. I can turn them on. You can see my font is in there. I just didn't want you to read what it says. She's like, I feel unhappy. What's the secret? And then the email is going to go over to Optimistic Audience. Curious Crane, here's a fresh story idea. How people can find happiness. He's like, oh, let me go find out. I think I know a crowd you can ask. I almost got to turn the letters off. I have the lettering all in one group like that. So I can turn it off. And then I've got the balloons on a separate layer too that I'll ink up. But really I learned from a writer a long time ago, Andrew Zoller. When I was 16 and I wasn't very good. I was still learning, I thought I was the shit, but I was not. And he told me, use every panel, make every panel like a piece of art that somebody can paste up on their wall. And I was like, that's cool. And then somebody else told me, who was it? Ron Garney, I think, from Marvel Comics. He drew a lot of Captain America. I think it was him that told me that he likes to zoom in on one character on the page, their body language and everything, and he wants every single character on the page to be their own individual illustration. So when we have them standing there, they don't just look like they're just standing there. They're in some kind of motion. And I can pluck him out and make him into something. So that's something that I try to keep in mind when my figures are looking a little boring, like talking heads. You don't want that. You want to have like a little motion and dynamic poses. Even just something subtle. Even just something subtle in there. Black Label Alex, what's up? Thanks for loving the work, and I like your icon or your avatar or your profile picture. He's using the skilled skeleton. This is PFP. Very good. I might want to put some words on this trash on the beach chair, but we'll get there. Oops. Pokey Scoot, what's going on? I'm really digging the fact that I can have this multiple screen here at TikTok. You know, everyone else can see when I switch, but TikTok for a long time couldn't. It just see my hands only view. So now you can see me when I switch this up. I also have a couple different views too that I don't like this one as much. It's kind of wild though that you can watch a little bit more detail than me drawing. But I just keep it simple. This is the view that everybody kind of settle on that they like. So, you know, in the future, maybe do a lot longer streams. I say that, but I say that until I get, you know, if I'm in some important meetings and stuff, I can't do that. Although I wonder now that I'm trained in transcendental meditation, if that flow state will come to me quicker than before. That would be very interesting. It's going to be an interesting week now that I know how to do it. I can kind of go to that zone anytime I want, almost automatically, which is wild. It's like a level unlock. Alright, we need this bottle here. So cool. Somebody asked somewhere, I don't know where it was, is this my job? And indeed, this is my job. I did not create these characters. These are created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary V, hence the name V in VeeFriends. It'd be really funny if I had like Mr. Beast chocolate bars on the beach. Sorry, Jimmy. He's really into beach cleanup, Team C's and all that stuff. It'd be funny if people were like littering Mr. Beast stuff on. It wouldn't be funny. It would just be ironic. And I'm sure that happens because humans are jerks when it comes to littering. You know. Okay, a couple more minutes here on the stream. What do I look? Let's ink this cat in a box. This is one of those ideas that, like, as I was writing this one out, this visual came to me of Cynical Cat, like, stuffing himself into, like, a smaller box. Because cats do that, you know. If you know, you know. Of course, you probably know. Like, he's like, I like my little box. Swear to God, we could have any size box and my cat will get in it. But the visual in my mind popped and I was like, I gotta put that in this one. And again, what I was just saying earlier, I'm trying to make it so that, you know, we could probably put this in in some sort of sticker or graphic or thumbnail. Like, it could be all different types of things, but primarily it's a part of this little story. You know, it's funny. Cynical cat. I am surrounded by cynical cats all day, I think. Not at work, but in life. People are so cynical. You know? It's so wild. I used to be that way too. And I still kind of feel like I do have some cynicism. It's kind of built in to be like, oh yeah, well, I don't know, you know. Wow. Uh-oh. I heard my cat downstairs. I've summoned the cat. Probably with that meow. I hear her coming now. That's great. What's up, Split Coast Creations? How's it going, man? Over on Instagram. Flying in and out. Everyone flies in and out over on Instagram and usually on TikTok. It's normal. People come and go. Follow and stay and go and whatever. We've got plenty more streams. We're just hanging out. You know, nothing's for sale. Just become part of the community here at VeeFriends. You know, thinking about these characters has really changed my perception of life a little bit. A lot of it. Because you don't really sit and think about practical gratitude, patience. You think about it occasionally, but you don't think about it every day. And the more you meditate on it, the more when things get thrown your way, or you see a friend struggling, especially that, and I see that a lot. My art friends are really struggling right now with feeling creative, and you know, they feel defeated, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You gotta just pick up a pencil and get going, man. Now's a good time. When you're feeling like that, it's an even better time to express yourself with art and creativity and music. And don't be afraid that you can't draw or can't play well or you're not in a band or something. I don't know. Just freaking do it, man. What are you waiting for? The frick are you waiting for? Orion. Oh, it says congratulations, you've received over 100 messages today in the restream chat. So hey, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Let's open up these last two, because I usually do 5. Let's open them up. This is season 4. Who's gonna win the minis? These are the VeeFriends minis. It's a balanced beetle. I would say that's gonna win over accountable ant for me. So I'm just gonna swap them. This might be a very quick swap. But I like this new camera, or this new setup, I can actually zoom in on. The bubblegum balanced beetle. They're kind of like the basic minis. Let's open up the yellow one. Whoa, whoa. No! Okay. Got him. Crack this open. See, my timer said, dude, your 90 minutes is up, bro. Time to go back to work. Hey, we got a boss bobcat. Sometimes people see that and they think it's Cynical Cat. Cynical Cat's got this. Cynical Cat looks like that with this like and this is boss bobcat. Even the tails are a bit different. See that? The sculpts on these are really fun. I'll say Balanced Beetle. You know, he's gonna win the day for the topper of the pencil. Topper of the day. Brian Miller, what's going on? How are you? inking up some stuff here today. I gotta get going. Got some other things to attend to. But today we inked up a little bit of this one. This is a pretty big one. Looking pretty good. Again, if you're new to VeeFriends, email us at comics@veefriends.com. And stay tuned this week. Probably Wednesday. Got a big brick dropping. Just a big brick. Just crushing. I think so. You will think so too, I think. I hope you will. Alright, Brian. Me too. I actually have to jump off of here and get back to work on some other stuff. Tomorrow I'll be back alive again, 8 a.m. tomorrow. I did just hear that this is on Whatnot, so let's just on Whatnot. I'm just gonna write that in. Thursday's stream will be on Whatnot. We'll probably be doing some extra news on Wednesday, so stay tuned for Wednesday. Probably a Whatnot stream on Wednesday. It's not scheduled yet, but I think around lunchtime. Some news dropping around that, I think. And again, follow VeeFriends Comics wherever we are. Right now, that is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. And thanks for all the follows over on TikTok.